So somebody asked me somewhere if I was in favor of men being able to opt out of parental responsibilities if they get a woman pregnant and they don't want to have the child, but the woman does. And I made a video saying, yes, to a point, right? There has to be a point where you don't get to bow out and leave the woman with all the responsibilities when it's too late for her to do something about it. So I said there has to be a point during the pregnancy where a man can say, I don't want this. If you do, I'm signing over my responsibilities because I'm saying I don't want it. After there's a drop dead point, and I don't know what that date is, that you can't do that anymore and you're in it to win it. That's it. So expressing that viewpoint caused this person here to leave the following question. Okay, what if they do want to have the child? He will do everything and the woman can opt out. In other words, the man wants the child, the woman doesn't, and the woman can choose to opt out once the baby is born, and the man will take all of the responsibilities. No. And I don't care if that makes me sound like a hypocrite or not, because it's not somebody's body that's being affected if the man is made to take responsibility for his child. You're forcing a woman to do something with her own body that she doesn't want to do. Now people say, well, she had sex. Getting pregnant is the consequences of having sex. Not always, and people have sex for a lot of different reasons. That doesn't mean that they necessarily wanted to procreate. We don't know if, in this particular instance, a prophylactic broke, a birth control wasn't effective, something else happened. But no, that's not the way it should be allowed. If a man says, and I don't know what the number is, okay, let's 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, I have no fucking idea. But let's say prior to that, a man says, listen, I know that we both did this. I know that the result is you're pregnant. I don't want to be a parent. So if you want to have the baby, that's fine. Here's the legal documentation to say I'm out. I think that should be allowed. But if the man says, no, listen, I know that we both had sex and the end result is you got pregnant and you don't want to have a baby, you want to go have an abortion, but I want that baby, then you need to go find yourself a woman that's willing to have your baby. You don't get to use another woman's body as an incubator for your child against her will. If you want a baby, find a woman that's willing to have a baby with you. And I'm not saying that you're going to say this. This commenter up here is going to say it, but other people will. Well, if she didn't want a baby, then she shouldn't have opened her legs. And if men don't want a baby, they shouldn't have taken their dick out of their pants. Right? And we always hear people talking about the women who slept around. They just sleep around, they just sleep around, they just sleep around. Well, obviously, in the scenario that we would be talking about here, the man slept around too because he didn't bother to find out if the woman that he was fucking actually wanted to have a child. Maybe he should have done better in looking for a partner that actually wants to procreate with him. So my answer to you is no, it doesn't work the other way.